check. Ah, this one's real. God. I don't know why, but sometimes when I start up a stream, it just like doesn't work.
It's a delicious last course. Oh, the delicious last course. One can eat their fill and still stay until the delicious last course. It's a delicious last course. Oh, that delicious last course. It's hard cakes and pies, dozens rolls, oh my, for that delicious last course. Oh, Miss Chalice just wants to be just as real can be. With a wonder tart, chicken dancing hard is off to the bakery. Chef Salt Baker has a plan, the best tart maker in the land. If they're expedient with the ingredients,
all right, there we go.
just lend a hand. With that delicious
Cool.
last course, oh, that delicious
And we will get into it.
it takes a single meal to help make Chalice.
This is just going to be practice for an expert run of Cuphead in the future. Did I not? Oh, I did. Okay. I don't know why it doesn't say 100% on the DLC. Maybe just the secret boss. Oh, I'm not going to waste much time. We'll get into it pretty quick. But I do want to do a S-rank run in the future for the game, so... This is honestly just what shot do I want for the potato. Because spread shot is good for the onion and the carrot. Charge should be fine. And I have had no practice in a long time. Pop that, get our super meter. I didn't want to vault into that, but I'm an idiot. Now I want to do an all S rank on every boss and then pacifist rank on every run and gun, but I obviously need a little bit of practice before that. Considering I've already gotten hit on the easiest boss in the game. Okay. That'll be an A+, but that's not an S rank. On the easiest boss in the game, that is unfortunate. Oh, just does it A? I thought I did A+. Whatever. Let's try and S rank this. I've S ranked, I think, all of World 1 before. Cool. Just layer on constant damage. Nice. That should be the S rank. I'm not looking forward to Rivian Croaks. I've never been good at their fight in general. But their S rank fight worries me even more. Partially because, again, I have no experience with it. I think we do Goofy for the next one. Shred for sure. We'll do Charge. Charge Shot should be good for Goofy. As long as I just know when to, launch my attacks. I didn't think he would land on me. I'm kind of an idiot. I'm very much an idiot. I'm gonna just restart that. I don't know why I didn't move for either of those. I don't want to be on that side of him. Actually, you know what? His short hop landed on me, and I didn't dodge fast enough. This should be the A rank. Why did I do that? Yeah, that's the A rank. Oh, but we need the S. That second phase is where it's going to get kind of annoying. How much time did I have to spare? A lot. Honestly, instead of charge, I'm just going to swap it for roundabout. That way I don't have to focus as much on landing shots. I just need to get out of the way. Nothing will interrupt my quote-unquote charge. Because I won't have one. Why did I switch there? Oh yeah, charge definitely did wonders there. I drift. Got him. There we go. Easy enough. That's 2 down. See, I'm not super worried about these early ones, so as long as I S rank them once, I'm pretty okay with it. Alright, hell does next. I'm just doing from easiest to hardest. In the order that I remember them being difficult anyway. Gemini. I whiffed that parry. Like an idiot. I'm an idiot. We'll just restart. We'll just restart because we're getting the S rank anyway. Shouldn't be that bad. Gemini. Does she always start with Gemini on this? I thought it had a couple that it could be. got to focus on the parry.
This match will get red hot. Now go!
See, this is where I'm gonna make a lot of stupid mistakes. Not mistakes because I'm not good, but mistakes because I'm being dumb. Which is something I've suffered from for a long time. See, that's what we need to do. Just do a tight circle around the thing and then get the parry. Yeah, there's no way around that one. I mean, there was obviously a way, but oh my god.
You're up!
And the pieces of foreground that pass in front of the screen is going to throw me off really hard. I don't know why that came so early. I think it's because I was actually a little off on my beginning. I didn't land as much as I'd like to. Sagittarius. I always called this Cupid because I didn't realize. This phase really is just don't die. How's that boost bar still good? Build up our meter. Wait for her to do the 20. There it is. Get our damage. That was close. I didn't see that one. I had like projectile blindness. Yeah, I don't think we did an idiot. It's whatever at this point. We just slam into that because why not?
A brawl is surely brewing.
Ugh. Man. Yeah, this is why I need practice. Dying on Hildebert more than once is kind of rough for me. When I've played the game, I don't know how many times. Granted, not usually on expert, but well, there goes that. Unfortunate. I hate it when they anyway screen blimps. Such a nightmare to dodge. Okay. I didn't see the green one. I really need to open my eyes or something. I am like missing things that are not hard to see. So that should not be a variable. Sagittarius again? Yep. That one star was still left over. That's what got me. It would have been fine if I wouldn't have left that one. Trying to get it. I didn't think I was going to get hit by that. I thought I was hugging the wall tight enough. See, I should just shrink down, but my brain is so out of Cuphead that, like, I didn't even recognize triangle as the become small button. sad to see with the 4 grand pieces, though. I needed the green one gone. Yeah, no, this is where I'm gonna really mess up a good chunk. I didn't think I would mess up this many times on Hilda, but I do remember Hilda's expert mode, or expert difficulty being hard. Hers and Cagney's I used to struggle with pretty bad, but I think I know Cagney's attacks better now, so I should be fine on him. Oh, but those green bastards. I hate the green blimps so much. Or whatever they are. Okay, we're gonna take a break from Hilda because otherwise I'm gonna be throwing myself at the wall. Roundabout and charge should be good for this, I think. Probably.
A great slam and then some. Here goes.
I whiffed my parry.
A great slam and then
I tried to tap that twice really quickly and messed up. I can't make it over there. God, Cagney is a rat. A very big rat for that one.
This match will get red hot.
Gonna restart. Because I need to get those parries. I tried to parry as I came out of the dash. He keeps setting me up for like the worst patterns. What? Huh? It didn't die? Why didn't that one die? I hit it. Does it not die with one hit from the roundabout? Ugh, I hate these platforms.
A brawl is surely brewing. Now go.
I also need to switch around my shots. Damn you, Cagney. Does he just spam this? Wait, what? I can't tell if I've switched phases or if he just spams that. I need to switch my shots around. I don't know why I'm starting with roundabout and not charge as my first, because roundabout's not going to hit anything, so I might as well work on charge. I want to say lobber or something. I need something to clear the minions, but I don't want to take something too weak. Honestly, spread might be the way to go. We'll take spread. Experiment around. I tried to dash, I was a little too slow. And I landed on that. That's a restart. That's not going to be an S. I mean, past the first piece of damage, it's not going to be an S, but it's not even going to be good experience at that point. We'll be back here. It is nice that he does it in a predictable pattern. Huh? Well, we're gonna pop that. Otherwise, not only will I completely forget just not going to do me any good. Make sure that lands. I don't know if I got my super meter yet. That was close. Oh, I was about to pop invincibility and just run up to his face. That works too. That should be an S, I think. Yeah, there we go. Cool. Now we just have Ribby and Croaks and Hilda. Ribby and Croaks worries me. Real heavy, especially because of their second phase. So we're going to go for Hilda. Hopefully I won't be stupid. Cool, good. Green. Okay, that was just perfectly placed. I mean, we'll restart anyway. It wasn't going to be an S from the first time I got hit, but no problemo. Again, any mistakes that just come from me being an idiot, I'm not that surprised. Cool. No, I wish I saw the green one first. Through there. I just try and skip this. I thought I was far enough away from that. Sagittarius might as well practice this phase because this phase is horrendous. Got through the arrow. And never mind. That was terrible arrow placement for me. I thought I was far enough over. Alright, we'll practice the Sagittarius phase. Oh, I thought I killed him before he got his hit off. Cool, I actually got that one. Oh, I hate this phase. Mostly because of that. That phase is terrible for me. And it shouldn't be, because all you have to do is make wide circles, but I tend to make the circles too small. I didn't know if I was going to fit in there. Ow, I'm an idiot. Oh, I keep misjudging where the projectiles are going to be for some reason, or maybe how big my hitbox is. I don't know what it is. But I keep just kind of slamming my face into these bullets. Oh, I got hit, but I also got the parry, I think. Or maybe I'm misjudging my speed, because there I really thought I was going to beat that bullet. Cool. Okay. Uh-oh. I thought I was cooked. Ooh. Get rid of that. Just gonna nuke all the stars. I don't have to deal with it. Why? I didn't move correctly to get the parry and then the tornado subsequently. Other than that, this is not a bad run. A one piece of damage, not a bad run outside of that. I don't think I do damage to her when she's transforming it, and I didn't select her there the way I wanted to. I know I have my parries. Might as well get one though. Yeah. Outside of the little pieces of damage, not terrible. I may as well take that as good practice and then go for Ruby and Croaks real quick. See if I can get them. I really doubt I will on this go though. A minus, not terrible. Not terrible for an expert run after I haven't done one in a while for that. We will go make a run at Ruby and Croaks. Probably roundabout charge. Spread shot's good though. Charge and spread worries me. That's probably the best we have, honestly.
Good day for us. Well battle. And begin.
I didn't duck. Oh, I completely forgot their attack patterns. I wasn't focusing on the bugs. No. I really need to remember these patterns. Now, Ribby, yeah, he does his that. Oh, wow. I was actually halfway to the third phase? Works for me. Oh, see, that's the problem, is I need to kind of be able to focus upwards. Okay, there, we should have a good shot hitting him. That confused me. I just tried to parry one of the lightning bugs. What am I doing? Or the fireflies? I probably should have ducked and then smoke bombed through there. I need to get used to ducking and smoke bombing. Like that. That's just definitely saved me from damage. Definitely need to be doing that. Then here. Oh, he only does 3. Oh, and then he switches? Okay. God, I don't remember expert runs. Build up our cards. I know the coins get spit out really fast here. Oh, what am I doing? That was so avoidable. Good lord, I do not remember how tough this is. I mean, I knew it was tough because, of course, it is a Derivian Crooks. They're, in my opinion, probably the hardest boss of World 1, but I also need to make sure I'm getting parries here. Well, or I'll whiff that. That should have been way too easy for me to whiff. And I should have jumped in time to get that parry. I tried to parry. I think I might have landed a second before I was able to parry that. Oh, he doesn't necessarily start with the punches. There's the punches. Here I'm concerned because I have invincibility. Dash too early. I had invincibility there, but I didn't know if I had my EXs. Okay, that's one parry. I need two more. That was not the time to go for one, though. Not when we have them firing at the exact same time. That was just me jumping too late. That was me jumping too early. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get that bottom one unless I jump under the first, or not the first, the top punch that comes out. If I jump under that, dash through that second to last, I might be able to land on it, but... yeah, that was just a terrible situation. I was screwed there. I kind of got put into a corner and had fireflies just coming in around me. There we go. Okay, that's one. Yeah, that's going to be the way to do it. Little things like this. I should have dashed. I know dashing does the thing I did there. Well, that was just me. I need to dash after I hit that top parry. I need to dash and then kind of come back on myself. With that, I parried way too early. Jumped too high and then parried too early. I need to give myself a little wiggle room when it's the bottom if I'm jumping that late. I mean, I still have the guaranteed parry because I know that if the parry doesn't come within the first two punches, it's going to be that third one. So maybe I don't even need to go for that last on the bottom. Why did I move to the right so far? That was just a terrible situation. I didn't jump to parry, and there's no way I was going to get out of that without taking damage if I went for the parry. I hate it when they put fireflies right above me. Oh, I really thought that was the end of the phase. Man, I parried too early. I'm doing terrible right now. We'll go back, do another run at Hilda if I don't get very far on this. Just move through that. I didn't trust that situation. This is going to be terrible. both my parries there. So we have 2. Do a little bit of damage. We have all 3 parries we need. And I am not worried about getting more parries. Oh, I know what I did there. I accidentally hit lock, so I couldn't duck. That was my bad. See, this, I don't have any EXs that would be good. I mean, obviously my super is just invincibility. I don't care about taking damage right now because it's already not an S rank. But oh, I didn't even pay attention to the invincibility running out. Oh, that's how just... It's not going to be an S rank, so what's the point? Okay. Why did I try to parry that when I had already touched the floor? This is like my brain just melting. That was a terrible situation. We're going to go back to Hilda for a second, just to like cleanse my brain. I think this is probably the fastest way out. So this way, and go back into Hilda. Switching back and forth is going to let me not get too locked into one boss fight and just kind of throw myself at a wall over and over. It's going to be a lot better for me if I switch like this. Kind of semi-frequently. No. There. Okay, it's going to be coming from me. It's coming at me from up there. And skip this phase if we can. Probably should have saved that for Sagittarius, honestly. That would have been really useful to get out of a terrible situation, which is what this entire phase is. Ooh, I was getting ready to parry. I don't know why I stopped preemptively to do that. Yep, there's the damage. Knew it was coming. Oh, I was done with the phase. That was kind of unfortunate. The purple bullet locked me in behind the tornado. I couldn't go under it. I couldn't hug it like I usually do. And I am so not confident in going above the tornado. Like that. Okay, cool. I am going to focus on killing the green ones. Unless when they do that, because that's not even. Oh, and then I'm an idiot for that. And I'm an idiot for that. I kind of figured I was going to get hit. Expert practice. I haven't done expert running forever on this game. I want to. Like I said, I want to do an S&T run where it's all S ranks on every boss and S ranks on every run and gun. We're not too bad at most of the run and guns. The World 3 run and guns are horrendous though for me. I'm good at the World 2 run and guns and the World 1 run and guns, somewhat. The first run and gun with the Acorn machine is kind of rough, but for the most part, it's World 3 run and guns that I need to work on. That's kind of unfortunate. I don't know why I didn't go for that. I should have committed. Oh, I got the good bomb. That's the thing with Sagittarius. Sometimes, if you can get the bomb timing really good, you can land and just negate the stars as they spawn. Really good. Oh my god. Okay, I didn't think I was going to get out of that. This actually might be it. This is a pretty good run of Hilda. Yum. I just really need to watch the spaceships and not being able to be an idiot. Blech. And the stars, why did I just let that happen? My eyes were locked on that star and I just wasn't moving away from it. What is that? Oh my god, that cluster of stars was so awful.
A great slam and then some. And begin.
Oh, that was a good run too until the final phase. Unfortunate. Stop firing. I almost killed the purple one. That gives me parryable. Good. That wasn't too bad of a lineup on that yellow for that green. I know colors, I promise. I'm not colorblind. Okay. This is also not bad. As long as once we get Sagittarius in here, as long as I don't do that, I would have been fine. I was gonna say, as long as when we get Sagittarius in here, I'm able to land my bombs right. You need to land them right there. See, that one. We got an arrow. Escaped. Oh, this isn't good. Okay, cool. We're done with that phase now. We'll just bomb and it should, yeah, go to the green and the star. See, I'm worried about final phase. This is where the star RNG, because as far as I know, it's completely random, and the UFOs, me having to pay attention to what color the UFOs are at the same time as understanding star placements and how to get around them. Like that, and not doing that. Dude, they were like all brown while I was trying to hug the back wall. They were all ones where I have to rush through them in the middle. Oh, that was terrible.
A great slam and then some. Now go.
Really bad luck when I was trying to focus entirely on stars and hugging the back wall. It gave me 4 brown and 1 red. I tried to hit that purple one, I just can't line that up. And I didn't line it up with the green one either. I didn't even see him. I didn't see the purple one spawn down there.
High-class bout. Here goes.
That is what's somewhat unfortunate about boss fights in this game, especially these ones where we're moving, is that pieces of the foreground and background can distract me so hard. That is where I'm going to screw up quite a bit. I wanted to parry, but I might have to carry a star at some point. Okay, green shot spawn now. Green around the middle. Ooh, I almost touched her. I touched that though. Oh. I accidentally trailed the stars really weird there and got them to fold in on themselves. That's terrible. What you want to do with those stars is you want to move around the outside of all 3 of them so that you can kind of corral them in front of you. It's the same as a Dr. Cal's robot, the death bomb things. Same exact premise. You just want to get them kind of in front of you as you sneak around them. Dr. Cal's robot, though, I think his projectiles move a little quicker. That should have done damage, surely? I think the explosion radius covered that. Almost touched that. I was gonna say, please tell me I landed that. See, we need to corral them in front of me. Like that, bring them forward, and then they're in front of me, destroy. It's like that, but you don't take damage. Instead, you play the game well. Play the game well. Insane premise for me to need to play the game well. Free parry. Take that. Nope. I need to remember, I thought that was a red, I'm not gonna lie. I need to remember that my dash is my panic button. Because that shrink, when I have smoke bomb equipped, you do get a second when you shrink of iframes. I mean, you disappear, but it's still, you know, tracking where you are, and you get iframes for like a second. It's not much. So timing it can be a nightmare, but technically, I have iframes on that. And I just moved the wrong way on that. But like that attack that spins around, if you time it perfectly, you can go straight through it with no damage. I think people underestimate the use of Smoke Bomb because Smoke Bomb is so god tier for like this entire game. Ugh. I'm focusing too much on the parry. I'm worried too much about getting that parry. There we go. Completely negate the stars. Negate it again. Nice. That's where you can kind of bully Sagittarius there. Nice. Got rid of the green one. Skip into this phase. Ugh. It's good practice. Good practice that I definitely need. I want to do a couple challenge runs of Cuphead. Well, not on expert difficulty, most likely. I don't know why I did that. That was so risky. Most likely not on expert difficulty, but regular difficulty. I want to beat the game without shooting. Beat the game without pressing R2 at any point, which is mostly going to rely on EXs and coffee, but I think it could be neat. And I have a plan to ensure that I don't shoot, which is to literally remap shoot to R1 and then just pry the bumper off the controller. Because then there's no way I'm going to accidentally shoot because the button just physically isn't there. I should have dodged that. That was terrible. I don't know why I did that. Delete all run. Why did I do that? That was so easy to avoid. I basically already avoided it. I knew that was going to be a variable. I just didn't even register that. Back to Arabian Croaks. And what's nice is I don't have to swap my weapons. I did not need to go that far back. I don't have to swap my weapons back and forth because Hilda is a plane level. So I'm just already, you know, equipped with plane bullets and then nothing switches between going back to Arabian Croaks. I just keep my Arabian Croak shots equipped and we're good. Ugh. Alright, let's try not to screw this up. I just didn't die. I whiffed that parry, but at least I didn't land on the projectile. I am so lucky I timed that dodge right. What am I doing? I feel like my brain is just completely shut off because the phase switch. I need to learn to not do that. I need to learn to lock instead of running forward, stopping. I should just tap lock on and off. Get rid of these. Okay. Oh, there's no good EXs for this. I was gonna say, can you spit the fireflies out? With that. Unfortunate. I ducked. I ducked that attack. Yeah, I just stood there. I did duck that punch, though.
Slam and then some. Here goes.
That is bullshit. Go away. I thought I parried that. That looked like I parried it to me. Okay. Clear them out. It's the easiest one to parry. Oh, and I whiffed my charge shot. I just threw that off into the middle of nowhere. I didn't think I would dodge that far forward. That was just my bad.
Good day for a swell battle. Now go.
I dashed straight into the firefly hitbox. I just had to focus on not, getting hit there. God, and I did it again where I launched the charge shot off into the middle of nowhere. I tried to dash over that. That was just me being slow. I feel very slow on a lot of my inputs right now. I don't know what it is, but my reaction time just seems terrible today. I don't know what technically has a higher DPS. Charge or spread? Probably spread, but only if you land all of your pellets. I do know it builds up cards faster. EX. That was close. Okay. Ooh. I almost became very dumb. For some reason, I just didn't think it would hit me.
Here's a real high-class bout. Here goes.
We did get the bull though, which is the easiest phase of slot machine to avoid. Hey, we actually landed that. I knew it was possible. I'd rather just not go for it again though. Okay. Oh, that was me being dumb. That was so avoidable. build up meter. Honestly, if I'm able to just get an A rank, I'll be happy. Ooh, there we go. That felt bad. Oh. Okay, this is hard. I mean, not hard, but just... I don't like this one. Why am I just standing there? I need to avoid things. This should be a win, but obviously not an S rank. You know, we're just gonna pop this now. I shouldn't need to do too much more damage. I don't want to die to the ones there. This should be death in a sec. There it is. Yeah. It's not too terrible, but I just need to get that first phase down. And avoid coins, because I don't know. For some reason with the coins I just keep moving perfectly wrong to get hit by stuff. Not getting the time though, that's worrying. That makes me feel like I might need to grab roundabout or something. For not being able to... Ooh, that feels bad.
A brawl is surely brewing. Here goes.
You know, I was planning on this being like areas 1 and 2 in like 2 hours. It is just not gonna be that, huh? And I missed that parry. Very unfortunate. You're a rat for that. God, you're a massive rat right now. What is that? Wit. Okay, we're either gonna have to land a lot of parries on the blimp bullets, or we're gonna have to parry quite a few stars later. Or at least a few stars. Maybe not quite a few stars. It's what, 2 parries, or is that only my first? That might only be my first parry. I mean, that's game anyway, but honestly, I would be happier with a run where we get that first parry.
This match will get red hot.
So I'm just kind of gonna hold out for that. I mean, it's not like I'm gonna restart if we don't get the first parry, and everything is still going well outside of that, but so there's first parry. But yeah, it's not necessarily that missing that first parry constitutes a restart, but it does constitute that sucks. Almost killed the green one, which I guess wouldn't have mattered, but... Oh, I thought I had bombs equipped. Why didn't I? I was positioned so perfectly. I pressed L2. I know I did. I swear.
A great slam and then some. You're up.
Oh, the grind is real. Trying to relearn an expert run. You're such a rat. That was... Oh, that was terrible. There's no way I was going to get that. That was close. thought that might have been parryable. I meant to... I fat-fingered that. I didn't want to use my EX. I wanted to parry. I meant to hit X and I hit square. God, it keeps... I got such bad placement with all the purple ones, so I kept destroying the ones that would give me parries. Okay. I don't feel great about this run so far. I think I need a star. Parry. There's one. I don't know if I need multiple. We're gonna hope not, and I'm just gonna go for the kill. I got another one anyway. That might be the S. That might be the S. I'm not sure. That should be. I was spamming super meter at the end. Cool. One left. In aisle 1. Nice. So Rivian Crooks are the last two left. I beat him. Or them, I should say. I'm really, really, really worried about the time limit. Because charge isn't going to do, or spread isn't going to do much for us outside of clearing those minions. I just don't know what would do more damage. As far as EXs go. I don't even remember what these EXs are. Like Electro Bolt? I know what the P-turrets are. Actually, this could be good. Having a parry turret for the Fireflies. Plus it's not bad on damage. We'll try. Or that's not even the right one. But we'll try it. I'm still worried, but I might also not have to aim at all when it comes to the Fireflies, and I might just be able to... Oh, that's really good for the Fireflies. Yeah, that was just a my bad, though. Okay. I mean, obviously I messed up, but that's very usable. And I feel like that's also going to boost my damage just enough. I need to remember that I can dash while crouched. Because I feel, when I do that, I feel very locked into it, like I'm not allowed to move. I should learn to dash while crouched there. Outside of that, that definitely felt faster. Unfortunate there that I missed that, but... See, and the other reason I felt locked in is because I need to charge my shots, obviously, because I'm using, you know, charge shot. So I feel like I'm not allowed to dash because it'll interrupt my charge, but when it comes to staying alive or doing that, honestly, probably better to just stay alive. Ooh, I saw that. I knew I was going to get hit there. Barely saved it. That was close. Ah! That seems to be a good way of doing it. Hugging the bottom left. That was fun. That was also dumb. I know I need to dash sometimes. That was unlucky though. Getting 2 of the frog symbols in a row. Because those are gonna really minimize my damage because I can't really know which way I'm gonna be facing except for like on the fly. Like I have to kind of know where I'm gonna be facing for that. That was just genuinely a really bad idea to try and do that. That one I didn't press parry. So yeah, you know what? That one was definitely on my bad. Okay. Oh my god, why am I doing that? That was my bad. For sure. I don't know why I popped that. I don't know why I did that.
A brawl is surely brewing. And begin.
No, crack shots EX is definitely better than spreads for this. Also, I didn't realize that if you have a crack shot EX and you like spawn another one, it will automatically do the dash forward thing. I didn't use my brain though. I didn't use my brain and the fact that I had to parry the next one, and then I left my eyes on it for whatever reason. And again, I should have dashed. That should be third phase already. No? This should be then. Yeah. Okay. So we sit back here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Oh no. Good God. Okay, see, this is what we want. We want as many of the bowl symbols as possible because the bowl is not that hard to kind of just time our shots. We can pretty much face one direction the whole time. Damn. But the bowl symbol is exactly what we want there because look at the damage output we got during one of the bowl symbol things. Perfect. That is exactly what we want. And also, I should probably throw out one of my parry turrets, like as it's starting, and then slap it to get a little bit of extra damage. That seems like a pretty good idea. Just like right after I hit the handle on the slot machine. unfortunate. There was just no good way of doing that. Oh, I should have paid more attention to that. Cool. We have our invincibility, which is actually kind of unfortunate now that I think about it. Ugh. I hate the coins. The way they come out is really sucky. That was close. That was just my bad. See, that isn't going to be too bad. The leopard or tiger phase and the bull phase are good for damage for us because we can use charge shot to kind of... It's not that hard to control when we get a charge shot off. That was just me being bad at the game and missing a parry. But those two phases, we can actually control it. Where the frog phase, where we kind of have to shimmy from side to side, is going to be a lot harder to land a good charge shot. Also, I'm whiffing my parries horribly. We're just going to pop this. Because I kind of didn't want my invincibility right there. It would have actually been better if we would have had our EX. I was going to say rolling fists. This is going to suck. Okay. Oh, I ducked off that platform. Oh, yeah. See, that damage drop-off on the frog phase is terrible. We can get like halfway through on a bull or a leopard, but the frog? No, not even close. It's gonna be like a third. I whiffed my charge there. I whiffed another one. I didn't miss it, but I didn't fully charge it. Should be phase 3. No? I was gonna say, we should be getting to phase 3 here soon. There we go, phase 3. Come on. Ah, that was me being dumb. That was me being really dumb. God, I hate the coins. Ooh. Alright, this should be done. Or I'll land like that and be stupid. Yeah, that damage. So much better. And then we'll get them in like the first chunk of the frog phase. But all in all, we want as much damage to be done within the bull and tiger phases as possible. And I messed up my charge time. And I messed up not taking damage. That was just me jumping too late. And I don't have any X. That's going to be really unfortunate. Oh. Right. Yeah, I tried to just stay facing right there. It almost worked. If I get better at that, I might be able to just turn them all into really good damage phases. Why didn't I dodge through that? Of course I'm going to take damage if I try to dodge. Really unfortunate that one of my turrets kind of went after a Firefly there. Okay. I didn't get to parry it soon enough. I don't think I was holding down. I think I was holding like down and to the side or something. I don't know why I overthink the coins so much. Okay, practice. Okay. It's not exactly the damage I would like to see there, but it's damage. It's a lot better than I would usually do. Okay. Yeah. I mean, it's worth it to try, but I'm actually so worried about dying here. I mean, not that it matters. Okay. So actually, if we do the frog phases like that, it's not bad. Especially if I can get a parry turret in the sky. Barely made it on the time. I didn't realize I didn't get hardly any parries. Not the S rank we want. But it is another win against them. But that sucks to look at. Sap. Now, not exactly what we want here. But it might be worth it for me if I just go to World 2 for a minute. Kind of do a little bit there. Who would be not that bad? Maybe Jimmy? Jimmy might not be too terrible. I don't remember their expert difficulty, like, runs. Jimmy might not be too bad. Because I don't usually struggle very much with Jimmy on regular. Except for his phase 1. Phase 1 kind of, but we'll see. Phase 1 and then phase, what is it, 4? Aren't too bad. Or that might not be his actual phases, but as far as distinct sections go, yeah. I'm so not good at dealing with cats. This is what I mean. His first phase is always what kills me. I don't know if that does damage into the next phase. I do know that for this, the pillars, you want to blow up as many faces as possible because they actually do damage to them. That I shouldn't have gone for, though. I should have just backed up. Okay, what I really want is swords. I can deal with swords. Cool. Oh, what is the parry bit? No. I just won't even let that one come at me. That I just flew too close to a pillar. 100% my fault. It's such a tight space. I do struggle with getting in there sometimes. That was a terrible, terrible phase 2. No excuse for doing that bad there. Easiest phase. Easy. Such an easy phase. Get a good bit of damage here. Bomb. Try to get the turban kind of into the corner. That was a really bad placement for the turban. I usually try to get it stuck into a corner, because if you can get that turban into a corner, life is so much easier. Please don't be treasure. Okay. Treasure is terrible. Cats is pretty bad for me. I know a lot of people can deal with cats. Swords is usually my best, but oh my god, I just screwed that up horribly. We're gonna restart. Treasure is one of my worst. I'm also, like I said, pretty bad with cats. When he does treasure, squeeze through there. Ooh, terrible timing. I don't know if that damage carries between phases. I really hope it does, though. The other thing I want to do at some point soonish is make a Risk of Rain video on the new update that came out. Or the DLC, I should say. I don't think it's a free update technically, but the DLC is great. One of the new characters, Drifter, there's so much stuff you can do with him. It is amazing. It was a pretty good run at Jim, you know. This is where it's going to get tough, because we have to get our parries from Puppet Head, or whatever his name is. I don't remember what this one's actually called. Isn't it Puphead? Isn't that the technical? Oh, I thought the turban was going to stop. Wait, is the turban movement randomized? That felt like a really weird amount of movement from the turban. And I know that one of the good strats is to, well, I was gonna say to get the turban out of the way and then get under the puppet's hand when it's shooting, because there's a little area that you can sit in. I'm so bad at the cat's phase. And I shouldn't be, because look at this. It's just an easy, controlled phase. I just screw up a lot. Like, that wasn't hard. I'm just dumb. blade. Get out of the way of that blade. I almost hit that to the face. Get out of there. Like that. That was just me being really stupid. I should have just huddled kind of inside the totem, or the pillar. I was going to say the totem pole. Wrong culture. Okay. I'm going to assume that does carry that damage, because that phase was so short, and I think it was because first phase we did so much damage there. So like here, I know you can slip under, and then you're kind of in a better spot there, but you can't get parriable too well. Although that puts the turban in a beautiful spot for me, where I don't really have to deal with it all that much. I actually really like that turban placement. Going back there to do that, that's really good placement. Yeah, I did that to myself. I should have gone around that. But not too bad of a run at Jimmy. Especially after, what, like 5 tries or so? Not bad getting to basically the end of the fight. Now I just need to do it without dying, or taking damage, I should say. Because S rank does not allow you to take any damage. Not even damage from just being stupid, unfortunately. I say unfortunately because that's pretty much the only damage I take, is me being an idiot. I don't know if I was dumb there, or if I really just had screwed myself before that. That just felt like really terrible placement on my part. I should have been out of there and gone past that blade earlier. Again, not bad. This is the phase I really want practice on, though. Right here is the puppet. The puppet and the turban. It's not even the puppet that usually gets me, it's the turban. I was going to say, is the turban not going to move? That's kind of not bad for me. 3, 1, there it is. Next bullet, there it is. Good. I was going to say, this is kind of just unfortunate. This might be good for me, actually. If we can get the turban to start in a really weird spot. Please take the bullet wall down. Thank you. Yeah, that was actually a really good spot for the turban there. I could have done a lot more damage if I didn't do such good placement. That's close. That's a lot closer than I would have liked. Same here. Ooh. That was really close. Really not cool. Okay. I think that was within the time limit. Outside of that, I think just the damage needs improved. Or not damage, health loss. No, that wasn't within time limit. So I need to pepper him with more damage early on. And, of course, the health. I need to not take damage. That felt really good, though. That felt like a really good run there. The other one in World 2 that I'm fairly confident on is Wally. Baroness von Bonbon probably isn't too terrible. Grim, I'm very worried about. Grim, I feel like his final phase, I'm going to take damage all the time there. I will admit, I do not remember too much of Wally's expert phase. I got a little too focused on the wrong area of the screen there. Ah, I'm hugging the back of the wall too much. Which, I know why. It's because I'm doing it reflexively. When I fight Wally outside of expert mode, I always hug the wall because, you know, his eggshells don't go there. Let's try not to kill that Perry bird. Okay, that's where I'm getting mixed up, is I kind of need to, like, move through attacks more, like that. Yeah, I need to move through attacks more than what I've been doing. There we go. There's two. Hit that bird to stop it short so that the Perry bird stays alive. And I take damage like an absolute moron. Oh, I killed the Perry bird. Unfortunate. His phase 2 pattern's not too hard. I think I stuck to the wall too hard there. And was pressing left. So I slowed down in my up and down movements. Alright. We're going to take a minute. Now that we've done a little bit of a brain cleanse, we're going to go back to Ruby and Croak, see if we can get that over and done with. I think my next easiest, or my easiest anyway, on aisle 3 or 2, but yeah, my brain is all over the place. My easiest on aisle 2 should be Jimmy. Jimmy shouldn't be too bad. I'm usually really good at his fight, aside from first phase. But I'm worried about a few of the others, if I'm being honest. Well, I did not want the fireflies to eat that Perry turret. I kind of wanted it to shoot them down. Unfortunate. Both that I didn't charge my charge shot and that I took damage. That was just me being really dumb there, to be honest. The coins. The problem is, I'll find a way to move through the coins really well, and then I'll do it like twice, and then forget exactly how to do it. And then I'll take damage on the first attack of the next wave, or round. And I'll do, again, the exact same thing. And I tried to parry a firefly. We're going to restart that. That was like 5 mistakes in 2 seconds. That right there was how not to play Cuphead. I tried to dash. And I tried to parry, and I thought I was going to get the parry, but it disappeared. And I ducked too late. Oh my god. Guess who's supposed to be good at Cuphead? Guess who's not good at Cuphead? Both me. Same guy. Explode. for water. Stay hydrated, folks. Get hit by punches immediately, folks.
Here's a real high-class bout. You're up.
Okay, we're gonna really focus in on the punches and the timing that you need to do to not get hit by them immediately. I'm capable of it. I promise. Send all those out. Make sure they all hit. Okay. I just noticed that because he was transitioning between phases, apparently his hitbox does some weird stuff. Because 2 of those parry turrets, I don't think even touched him. Or maybe that was just cuz. Ugh, I hate the coins. I hate them so much when they're spit out that fast. I messed up on damage there anyway. Wow, I did not get my damage in.
Or a swell battle. Now go.
I think on those last 2 that are bunched up like that, you're supposed to dash through them. I don't know. And because I have smoke bomb, that's like not a problem. Although it would help if I don't, you know, miss my parries. Oh man, we're doing terrible. I mean, again, Ribian Croaks are the hardest boss in World 1 on my, or in my opinion, but still. One would hope to do a little better than what I was. This is a lot of damage. If it transfers. I don't know if it does transfer there. Ah, mistimed it. Mistimed the jump too.
A great slam and
It would help if I didn't, you know, jump straight into the projectile trying to kill me. Oh, I didn't realize I had my super art charge. Well, I still whiffed the parry somehow. I didn't realize I had that charge. It would have been so much better if I didn't, because now I'm going to lose a lot of my damage. And I got hit anyway. I don't know what does more damage, the P-turret impact or the charge EX. I'm assuming the P-turret because, you know, it's a one target attack, and on top of that... Okay, that seems to be a strat. Dodge the first 2 coins by dashing through. I got too focused on when to release my shot. I didn't jump at the right time. That's when I need to switch onto another... Or like add another hop. I can't describe things right now. I can play the game somewhat. But oh my god, describing things? Not right now. go. I tried to jump to parry the turret. Well. That's kind of terrible, I'm not gonna lie. I think that B turret landed. Okay, let's make sure this coin strat works. 1, 2, jump, jump. I mean, that's really what it is. I need to get inside. Like, into that inner pocket. Just like that. That works. I thought I hadn't switched yet. I threw myself off by doing the wrong EX there.
Brawl is surely brewing. You're up.
Oh, their final phase is such a killer. Okay. Oh, see, I didn't think that was gonna land. Okay. And then I just tried to do too much at once there and ended up taking damage. Ooh. Those leopard things are tough sometimes. They're not that bad in normal mode because they're spaced a lot more even, and I think they might move slower as well. I was ducking there, I might have stood up back, but thought I was ducking. Okay. Should've just not done that. Me being dumb. Okay, we're gonna go back. We're gonna try and do Jimmy again. Hop off Rivian Croaks, no pun intended. But they are going to take time. A lot of time. I do think Jimmy is very much a doable boss right now.
A brawl is surely brewing.
Like, I know I can get the damage I need on him to, Okay, he's going to do that. I'm going to take damage. Why did I get moved backwards? I did not move backwards. That was terrible, though. Again, cats, for some reason, I'm just not good with. Can he not do treasure on expert? I tried to move for, Cool, get that damage off. See, cats gives you a lot more parries than the swords do, and treasure is usually just a nightmare in general. But I just can't move through cats well. I don't know why. It's not that hard of a thing conceptually, but in practice for me, terrible. Like sitting there rationalizing it, yeah, it's super doable, not that bad at all. But for some reason, I just can't do it in reality. We're just gonna duck back here immediately. And we'll get the turban stuck back here. Then this should be an easy phase. Then we do this move. Grab that. Oh, I really thought he'd be dead by now. There he goes. Really bad timing though, because the turban actually got left kind of in the area for too long. Yeah, I don't know what I thought was going to happen. Doesn't really matter all that much. Not like I was going to get the S. I took damage super early. Oh, he can do treasure. Okay. Treasure sucks, dude. I'm not going to get my parries out of it. Please, 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 please. Oh. I got really lucky. That was a really easy section of treasure. Treasure can be an absolute nightmare. It's just RNG as to whether or not he gives you the worst thing imaginable. How do I ace treasure first try and get a bunch of damage off and then take damage in the second section? For something so easy. Something so dumb and easy to avoid. Okay. That phase is freeze, basically. Those are just instant in here. That turban's gonna close in. Okay. Free. Easy phase. Look up through there. Okay, I didn't know if I was going to be able to get that or not. Cool. That was not that bad. Aside from the damage I took early in second phase, it's going to be really unfortunate if this is within time. Okay, it wasn't. God, I need to really be on the ball with damage. That is tough. I might have to not go behind the puppet in order to get my damage.
This will get red hot. Here goes.
So otherwise, I don't know if I can get the amount of damage that I need quick enough. Please. No! That is a wasted super art. Or at least I believe that's a wasted super art. I don't think excess damage done to the pillar faces goes to the health bar. I'm not sure though. I could be wrong. That was just a really weird movement on that. I don't know why I did that. Yeah, I screwed that up really hard. That whole beginning. Especially for swords. Really? Okay, treasure. And yeah, it is. No. Ooh, I thought we were done. The one thing about treasure is it does allow me to get my nuke pretty much guaranteed, but still. Ah, I was a little too high. Those gaps, terrible to try and get through properly.
A great slam and then some. You're up.
I would really like to at least get Jimmy. Jimmy, I honestly think I have a better chance of S-ranking Jimmy than I do of Rivian Croaks. Not when he starts with cats, though, clearly. Good God.
A brawl is surely brewing. You're up.
His swords. How? Did I really mess up swords that bad? Yes, I did, but I thought I parried without taking damage there. I don't know how I took damage. I must have just parried a second too late. Well, yeah, that's treasure. That's treasure. Treasure patterns can be awful. The hardest to move through. There we go. A cat's pattern that I don't immediately die to. Okay, that was a good start. I feel like being able to get a nuke that early, I mean, it doesn't matter now because I took damage, but I feel like getting a nuke that early is really good. I really thought the face was going to break there and I could just kind of go through her. That's why I ran face first into it. About that really good first phase. Oh, why treasure? Jimmy. Jimmy. It didn't matter, I had already taken damage. I wasn't trying too hard there. Treasure is so terrible RNG-wise. Beautiful RNG-wise. Swords. And then I'm an idiot. Also, he gave me like no parryables there. That was just unfortunate. He gave me one parryable sword. See, the most parryables we can get is treasure. Or maybe cats. I don't know. Cats gives us 3. I think treasure can give way more, but they're obviously a lot harder to get all of them. I'm doing terrible in the first phase here. I don't want to throw myself against the Jimmy wall too much, but... Like, there's 1, 2 parries from treasure. 3rd treasure parry. And then we can already nuke. I think treasure is the biggest potential for variables. They come frequently, but they're harder to hit than cats. I hate the way the blades move in here. The like DVD logo movements, for some reason, my brain just doesn't comprehend them sometimes. They're also just They feel like they speed up and slow down. Which, that just might be because the stage moves from right to left, so when they're moving left to right, they look like they're going slow, but in reality it's a static speed. That could be all that is, but either way, I'm terrible at dealing with it.
A brawl is surely brewing. You're up.
Dude, how did I whiff that? I really thought I had the nuke
A
there.
great slam and then some. You're up.
Ugh. Oh. Jimmy. I whiffed the smoke bomb. What? I didn't think he was gonna end that soon.
Good run for a swell battle. You're up.
This is so hard to, like, not screw it all up really, really easily. Like that. Like, cats, dude, for some reason, the way that cats moves, it just destroys my brain for no good reason.
A brawl is surely brewing.
And it's so predictable, too. It's like the most predictable one outside of swords. Swords obviously have their, like, static placements that they go to. But cats spawn in a consistent way from the sarcophaguses, or sarcophagi, or whatever. And then they just sort of turn towards you for a limited amount of time. That's it.
A brawl is surely
All there is to it. And for some reason, I just don't understand it. Why treasure? Why treasure? Why treasure? I was keying up for cats. I was keying up for a good intro to the cats. So I would send the first one to the top. Why treasure?
This one will get red hot. It's on.
Because I feel like the way to do cats is the first one needs to come up here, like that. And then you have them across the top, and in the middle. Right? And then you can sort of slip through. See, that feels really good. That feels like a great setup. I'm so glad that that landed. But he gave me not a single parryable, which was just bad RNG. I want to do extra damage. I mean, honestly, the times that I have beaten Jimmy, I've lost on time, so I need the extra damage. I need to kill every face on the pillars. Otherwise, I'm just not going to make it on time.
And begin.
Treasure. Jimmy, I hate you for treasure. God, it's such a pain. I tried to go up there. I just went the wrong way on my toggle or whatever, analog stick. And I didn't tee up for cats that time because of getting treasure. Ow. Oh my god. You give me so many parryables there too. It's hard to balance like survivability and throwing EXs out there in the first phase or two. Ow. And I don't, honestly, I don't even know if the nuke is worth 5 of the missiles. Like, I don't know damage numbers on those. Obviously, I know the missiles, you want to do it on bigger targets because they kind of eat through. Like, see, that only did one hit there. Where on a bigger target, like Hilda is one of the best because she does, you know, she takes up like half of the screen in that one phase, the moon. So one of your regular EXs hits like 4 or 5 times or something like that. It does a ton of damage. And here, I'm going to be able to build up my super meter, but I usually don't use it here because this is such a free phase. And also, I mean, if I do that, it just goes straight to the ghosts. I don't think any of that actually hit Jimmy himself. This is where Super Meter can just be burned, though. Right here, with Jimmy himself and then the puppet. Just gonna say the turbine's not gonna move. Bleed. 1, 2, 3. That is. Okay. See, and like there, we should have used an EX or something. Like that would have been a way better time to use EX. This phase is great for EXs. So he takes up so much of the screen. I was gonna say I might take damage on that. I should have been on the bottom. Oh, if I get the time on this, I don't think I got that within the allotted time. But if I did, I'm gonna be upset because I took damage for such a dumb thing. No, but very close. Same time actually as the last time we actually finished it. And another B minus or a B plus. No, A? Wait. Okay, whatever. But ugh. Because for him you need to do it in under 2 minutes. The only one that isn't 2 minutes, I think, is King Dice. And I don't remember his. It's like 5 minutes or 6 or something. Because obviously King Dice, there's a lot of downtime between bosses. Where you're doing nothing. And you have to do his mini bosses. And it's very much an endurance based thing there. Okay, it does like 2 hits. But like we want to use up EXs in that first phase because we'll build EX here, but using it I don't think does anything. Also, we get hit here and then we're not going to get the S rank anyhow. The fact that I'm getting hit in like the easiest phase of this fight is so dumb. Oh, stop doing treasure. That one piece of treasure, that parable was just not even possible, I don't think. That one wouldn't have been possible without the iframes from already getting hit. Let me look at something. Does that carry over? I did that on purpose. Oh, that definitely carries over. So if we do the nuke in first phase, or at the end of first phase rather, it'll cut into second phase, and then we have our guaranteed damage off the second phase, the heads on the pillars. Doesn't really matter when we take damage like that, but that could help with our time problem. Is my point there. So that should definitely help us as far as damage goes. If we can get a nuke off in first phase, it'll push us pretty far into second. I tried to slip forward and under. But like there, I don't think we're getting enough parryables to get the nuke. And also it's going to be slower parryables because of swords. Ah, that one I just hugged too close. Does he usually do 4? But like there, look at how many parryables he gave. I bet that's going to be a lot of damage too. Let's check. I mean, it's not an S rank. I took damage. See, so... I mean, that's like half of second phase. Which is, you know, by no means a bad set there. Or setup for damage. Half of second phase is a significant amount. It's just kind of, you know, unfortunate. Ooh, I almost took damage there like an idiot. We just barely saved that. Ooh, that was close. This will be really good though. If we can get our damage and not die. And by die, I mean literally take any damage here. Because that's the end of the S rank opportunity. Just layer on as much damage as possible. Okay, not the best, but certainly not the worst placement I've ever had. Bang. Okay. Keep the turban up front. Cool. That makes life so much easier. There was nowhere for me to go. I'm sure I would have gotten... Well, I was going to say I'm sure I would have gotten time, but I don't know. I need to use the bullet EX there instead of the bomb as well. Because like I say, because he takes up like half the screen, it's going to do a lot more damage than the bomb that only sort of seeks targets. I would love to get Jimmy though before I end stream. Because I do want to end stream here soon-ish. I do want to edit down some other long-form content tonight. Ew. Yeah, that was bad placement off the cats. Don't get me wrong, entirely my fault for the bad placement because once again, cats tracks where you are and tries to throw them at you. Oh, he did treasure. I was expecting cats again. And I missed my parry on a pretty easily parryable piece. There, again, like my bomb landed, and I would have assumed that would fill the card the rest of the way. Because that card was almost done, and then I would have had nuke. Dude, being up top when the second one fires is such bad news. 3 failed parries in a row. But, no, being up top when that second cats thing goes off is so bad for you. Mostly because of that, the, like, skull that he does. Okay. Bomb. That should be a good chunk of damage. That was a good chunk of damage. That felt like a lot. Yeah, no, I feel like our best move there... Wow. I thought it gave us more doubles than usual. I feel like our best move is to just kind of save up for nuke there. Oh, that was kind of wonky placement for Turban. Nice. Beautiful Turban placement there. Okay. That might have been time. I mean, if it was time, I think that was the S rank as well. Please. Yes! Yes! There it is. I'm happy with that. with getting Jimmy. That's the one thing I really wanted to do, was be able to get Jimmy. Because now we have one S in World 2, all S's in World 1 except for Ruby and Croaks, because oh my god, they are a nightmare. And then obviously we have the rest of our like A ranks to go after. Now the DLC, I think I've only ever... Well, I know I've only ever S ranked one of them, which was the Howling Aces. I don't know if I've ever beaten the others on Expert even. Let me go check. Because, I mean, we're done with practice for a second here. For this stream. I do want to go look at my other profile, my main profile here. Don't know why I went to Cuphead, but whatever. I want to check what my grades are. Because I know... Yeah, World 1, we have all of them S ranked. Okay, and then I have all of them A+ ranked aside from that. With Expert done. And King Dice I have S ranked. Alright. Yeah, Howling Aces is the only one I've even beaten on Expert. The rest of them I've beaten on Expert, but I haven't S ranked. So that was actually my first S rank on Jimmy the Great then? I think. I don't know if I ever made an attempt at it, but I know I was trying to. I'm going to have to look back at how I S ranked Ribby and Croaks, because that should have been on a live stream. That I S ranked Ribby and Croaks like a year and a half ago, 2 years ago, whatever it was. I should have that captured. I should go look at what kind of shots I was using. Also, same time on the Root Pack and Cagney at 105. That feels a lot faster than what I did to Cagney on my current one, right? Is it? Yeah. I mean, I did Root Pack faster, but Cagney? Huh. Interesting. Well, that's where I'm going to end it. I'm glad I'm getting back into the swing of Cuphead, though. Cuphead's a tough game, obviously, especially for new players, which luckily I'm not. But, ooh, I had lost my touch. Definitely lost my touch, especially because I don't even remember a lot of the expert difficulty fights. Fights. I don't remember a lot of the expert difficulty fights, even. I don't remember what they do for Dr. Cal's robot, though. The one thing I'm worried about with Dr. Cal's robot is the time limit. Because his phase 2, unless I save up a nuke for it, and just use that, that might be what I need to do there. But his phase 2, where the head is sort of like booling around the screen, it's so hard to get damage on, except for like 1, maybe 2 bombs every time he passes down on the bottom. Because when he moves across the top, you kind of have to focus on his missiles. So that's something I'm definitely worried about. I don't remember what the star means. It might just mean that you beat it on expert. I don't remember. But yeah, that is where I'm going to end it. Thank you to anyone that stopped by, watched as I did a little bit of Cuphead practice. It's mostly practice for a run I want to do in the future of S-ranking every boss and pacifist ranking every run and gun. When it comes to the run and guns, Isle 2, I'm very confident on pacifist ranking the run and guns. Isle 3, I'm not confident at all. My Isle 3 run and guns are terrible. And I think a lot of that is because Isle 2, the run and guns have so little RNG. Like, they're so predictable. And I think that's really where I get good at them. Where Isle 3, no. There's so much RNG that goes into both of those, the rugged ridges and whatever the ocean one, like docks, perilous piers. That's what it's called. Those two, super worried about. And then I'm good at one of the two in the first area. But like these running guns in this area, like let me just do one real quick. Funfair Fever. Like these are not hard to pacifist rank.
Here goes.
They just aren't. Especially, I mean, with Smoke Bomb anyway. Pacifist ranking them without Smoke Bomb is kind of a nightmare. Now I'm doing that to build up my EX meter and get my invincibility because we do need it for. Well, I don't think we technically need it, but it's good to have. Get him to shoot that over there. That's not in the way. Now I don't remember. Oh, right. I was going to say I don't remember where the coins are. This is a save file that I've already played, so there aren't going to be coins. Once you grab them once, they don't show up again. Let that pass. Come up here. Okay, this is where it does take a little bit of finesse. You have to tap really short and then smoke bomb through. That's where a tiny bit of finesse comes into it, but aside from that, it's just not that hard. This, you can just go between the legs. And then you're onto this section. Oh yeah, you need the invincibility to do it 0 damage. Because I don't think you can get past the hot dog without it. There. First try, pacifist rank. Like, the run and guns in this section, this aisle, are not hard to pacifist rank. As long as I have my smoke bomb, I should say. But it's just not hard. That one's easy. Funfair Fever, or, sorry, that was Funfair Fever. The other one is Funhouse Frazzle, which, to be fair, takes a little bit more finesse. Especially with the section with the tubas. Or the, I shouldn't call them tubas because they're not, sousaphones. I don't know why I did that. That was me being dumb. Hold on. Let me just reset on that. You don't want to be where the cars are. You want to go between the legs of the duck, or the wheels of the duck, whatever. And you just kind of make your way to the wall. I like to perch here. Okay, cool. We got the good location. Through. That's one wall down. So you don't have to kill them. If you go through the open mouth, you can skip. Obviously, it's a lot harder with the second one, because the second one, the projectiles are a nightmare. I do hate this section, though. I am bad at that section right there. But this is where I'm fairly decent wise at spike here. I don't usually have that. But this is like how you do it. You just kind of have to... Okay. Well, that was unfortunate. I messed up my parries. I am not usually that bad. I'm usually really good at parrying. I've been really off today on that. But that is the strat there. We'll just skip all the way here. Cars. That was me being dumb. I went too early. Mistimed really hard. Yeah, that one I was just running too fast. Ooh, hi. Why did I do that? You do a short jump there. And you make your way here. Parry this. Dash. I like to sort of reset myself by bouncing there. You absolutely do not have to, though. Okay, this is usually where I would sack health. Yeah. That's usually you want one bit of health to do that. I unfortunately lost too much health too early on. But that section there is just tank health and go through whichever mouth does the tongue. Ah, that was me being dumb again. I usually don't take damage on that. Or if I do, that's the only damage I take. This is where I need to be careful though, because I do tend to take damage here. It's just a really hard section for me. I'm gonna bait that though. And that I just did the wrong input. I did the wrong input and stalled. I don't know why, but I like really messing that part up, which is something I usually don't mess up. I usually mess up in the second section after this wall. Like that's usually where I take damage. I forgot that you can't touch the wall. This, like this stretch, this is where I do usually take damage. Because I usually do something dumb like that.
Now go.
But no, I will finish this run. Well, actually, you know what? No, I won't. What's important though is that I have these pretty much down. I'm having a very off day, but I usually have these two really down, and then Treetop Trouble. Yeah, Treetop Trouble is the run and gun that I'm good with. I'm not great with Forest Volleys. I can do it, but you know, takes a little bit. World 3, both of those are awful. Perilous Piers and Rugged Ridge, terrible. Both of them. I am awful at it. I don't know what tech I don't know about, but I usually just kind of brute force through it with Smoke Bomb. Anyway, I am going to end it there. For real this time. I spent a little too much doing this. I need to go edit. I'm not going to record tonight, but I do need to go edit. I might record if I have friends on for that Risk of Rain video I want to do, which would be a pretty heavily edited long form video about the new DLC that came out. Mostly the new character Drifter. They came out with Operator and Drifter. Operator is okay. Drifter is game-breaking levels of good, but kind of busted. And for the first time, you kind of have innate synergy come into play. So I'm really excited for that. I do want to record for that. I had just had that idea today, and I think that'd be great. So I'm going to go make food probably, and then edit while I eat. And then hopefully get to record a little bit of gameplay tonight. I don't know. We'll see. Aside from that, though, that's all the announcements I have outside of... I forgot to mention this, actually, before I cut stream. I might go down to streaming once a week. And just not stream in the middle of the week, just like once on weekends or something. Because it is one of those things where I'm streaming Ghost of Yotei twice a week. And with a game like Ghost of Yotei, streaming it twice a week is a lot more fatiguing as far as like being able to play the game over and over. It's a lot more fatiguing to stream it twice a week than to play it like 3 to 4 times a week. So there's just something about it. It's not a great game for streaming, I'll admit. But yeah, I mean, keep a lookout for my streams. I'll probably switch off to one stream a week, which will give me more time to actually edit and record long form content, which I do want to eventually switch over to that being my main thing. I just don't have the time right now. Right now there's so much going on. It's also getting to be the holiday season, so it's going to get really busy. I should have more time come spring and summer next year where I can record and edit. and actually have more long form content. And by then, I might have a PC and Adobe Photoshop, Adobe Premiere, whatever software I end up using. It probably will be Adobe, but I should have a PC, subscriptions to those services, a better desk for a PC. My desk is weird right now. I should be able to throw more money into my setup and my ability to edit, record, you know, actually put more commitment into this. So I'm really excited. I think it'll be great once I'm able to put out higher quality content. I should also be able to do stream overlays, and I'll find a way to record PlayStation gameplay through a PC. I don't know how to do that right now, to be honest, but we'll see. I am excited. I'm very excited. That is all the announcements I have right now. Um, I hope everyone that watched has a good night. I'm going to go make food. I'm going to go edit, and then maybe record, play a little bit with friends, whatever. And yeah, have a good one. I'll see you in the next one. Next stream is either going to be middle of the week or next Saturday or Sunday, next weekend. We'll see if I keep streaming twice a week. And I should be putting out more long form content, a couple more episodes of Dispatch here and there. And I'll record for the Risk of Rain DLC. I'll keep working on the Abiotic Factor series. That's going to be a huge thing when I drop all those. And yeah, I think there was another thing I wanted to do long form content on, but outside of, Cuphead, I will do that no shoot challenge. I think that's going to be a lot of fun. I also think that's going to be a pain in my ass, but a lot of fun. So, I'm done yapping. Goodbye, everyone. Good night. Have a good one. I'm going to eat. I'm going to go edit. And I'm going to hopefully see you in a couple days when I drop episode 3 of Dispatch and stream maybe half of the week or halfway through the week. Thank you for watching. Bye.